It's Wednesday, October 8th.
I think they're going to be very happy. We have a lot of things that we're working on.
Prime Minister Mark Carney returns to Ottawa today without a deal to remove U.S. tariffs from Canadian goods. But is there something in the works?
I think Premier Eby's comments are un-Canadian.
That's not un-Canadian. That is fair.
Alberta Premier Danielle Smith and BC Premier David Eby do not see eye to eye over a new pipeline project, and they're taking the disagreement public.
They've staged all of these protests on this day, and it's become so dangerous, in fact, that the school has decided to shut down.
Emotions were high and the police presence was heavy as opposing October 7th protests happened in Montreal.
Bellinger's throw is not in time.
That was the good part.
Pitch.
Game 3 went
It's
downhill from there for the Jays, who will have to wait until tonight for another chance to close out the Yankees. Stay with us, Canada. Your morning starts right now. Good morning, Canada. Welcome to Your Morning. I'm Anne-Marie Mediwake.
Good morning. I'm Lindsey Deluce.
I'm Kelsey McEwen. Hopefully your Wednesday's off to a good start.
Are you sleepy?
I'm so tired. First I was like tired, like I couldn't go to bed at first because it was so exciting.
Yeah.
We were texting.
Talking
We're
about
like,
the Jays game.
Lindsay and I were like, we don't know what this feels like to be this good.
I'm so sad I wrote that because then I literally texted. Drew and I were just saying how weird this feels to be a really good team and to be like winning, and then
Judge came up to bat, and then I couldn't go to bed because it was just like so angsty.
Yeah.
And then finally, when it was 9-6 and approaching 11, I was like, I'm done. And so were the Jays.
Well, at least for yesterday. We got another chance today. We're going
know.
to talk about a recap coming up in just a moment. But first, here's another recap of what was happening south of the border. No deal announced, but there were a lot of compliments for Prime Minister Mark Carney at the White House yesterday.
He's a world-class leader. He's a man that knows what he wants, and I'm not surprised to see that he won the election and won it substantially, and I would think he's more popular now. He's a good man. He does a great job, and he's a tough negotiator.
Prime Minister Carney will be back in Ottawa today, but work on a deal to remove U.S. tariffs from Canadian goods, that's still going on. In fact, Canada-U.S. Trade Minister Dominic LeBlanc and Foreign Affairs Minister Anita Anand are staying in Washington for more meetings. That includes a planned conversation between Anita Anand and Secretary of State Marco Rubio.
It concluded with the President and the Prime Minister directing us, me and my colleagues and the President, his cabinet secretaries who were there, Ambassador Greer, Secretary Lutnick, and others, to continue the conversation. He's a great man.
Minister LeBlanc says Carney and Trump directed their teams to move quickly on sector-specific trade deals. So that will start with steel, aluminum, and energy. And President Trump did tell reporters ahead of yesterday's meeting that Prime Minister Carney was going to walk away, quote, very happy. The Prime Minister had a working dinner with Vice President J.D. Vance. He did not address the media as he left the White House, though. Meanwhile, the premiers of BC and Alberta are trading shots over a pitch to build a new pipeline.
I think Premier Eby's comments are un-Canadian and they're unconstitutional.
All right, so Alberta Premier Danielle Smith was in Ottawa this week making her case to include a new pipeline in the next round of major projects. It would run from Alberta to Northwest BC. Building it would require Ottawa to claw back some environmental regulations. But BC Premier David Eby's response has been a hard no.
It's not the Danielle Smith show, it's the Canadian team. And we all deserve the same opportunity for the same federal funding for our projects as she does for hers.
Premier Smith says Prime Minister Mark Carney has told her he should have an answer about the proposed pipeline by next month. Police say there were no major incidents or arrests from October 7th protests across downtown Montreal.
Students across campuses in Montreal have passed a strike motion against the complicity of our universities, and we're demanding divestment.
Concordia University closed its campus yesterday ahead of planned protests. Thousands of students across Montreal walked out of class on Monday and Tuesday, protesting the ongoing situation in Gaza. There was also a pro-Israel demonstration marking 2 years since the October 7th attacks. Another pro-Palestinian demonstration started at Victoria Square, which ended at about 10:30 at night. Police in Montreal have released security camera footage in the hopes of identifying the person who abandoned a newborn baby on the doorstep of a home.
We're not here to judge, but rather to ensure that you are safe and well supported in the circumstances.
Police say they are focused on the well-being of the baby's mother and not on charges. The infant was born premature. This is the video, by the way, of this individual holding the baby. So the baby was born premature, was found wrapped in a blanket with his umbilical cord still attached. This happened Sunday night. Police say the baby's in stable condition, and investigators are still trying to determine where the baby was born, whether the mom delivered the baby alone. They're hoping the person seen in this video you're looking at will come forward, or that somebody recognizes this person and contacts police. A Tuesday deadline set by Marineland over the fate of 30 beluga whales has now passed. The closed amusement park in Niagara Falls gave Ottawa until yesterday to respond to its request for emergency funding. Marineland wants money to feed and care for the whales, or they'll have to be euthanized. Last week, Ottawa denied permits to move the whales to an aquarium in China. Marineland has also ruled out moving the whales to the Whale Sanctuary Project in Nova Scotia. From the theaters to a courtroom, Cineplex is now fighting a record $38.9 million penalty. Why? Well, here's the story. The competition tribunal slapped the company with the big penalty last year after it found Cineplex misled people going to the movies by not immediately disclosing a $1.50 fee that some customers had to pay for booking their tickets online. Cineplex is appealing that ruling by saying customers are told about the fee right away. They can skip it by buying tickets at a theater physically. Experts say this should be a warning sign for other companies that the competition watchdog takes deceptive marketing allegations seriously. Seriously, the Jays had a Game 3 win and series sweep in their hands and then gave it all away.
3-2. In the left. Barger's out. He says that he's got it and then loses the ball. Wells into second.
That sucked. There were a bunch of errors that sucked. The Jays jumped out to a 6-1 lead over the Yankees pretty early, but defensive errors and cold bats opened the door for a comeback. Aaron Judge tied the game with a three-run shot, and New York never looked back, winning the game 9-6. This was Game 3. Fans who were on Cloud 9 a day ago now starting to sweat a little bit.
Zero to stress, like off the scale, but pretty happy right now.
It's getting a little stressful. The sweater's getting a little warm. He's rolling back, but we're okay.
Yeah, we're okay. We're still in a good position. The chance of the sweep obviously gone. The Jays can still close it out tonight. First pitch, 7:08 Eastern.